Have you ever wondered why some people become slower, quieter, and more insecure, even though they were never like that before? Why someone who used to be sharp and confident suddenly becomes nervous, confused, and afraid of everything? Here's a truth most people don't know. If a person is screamed at, insulted, or belittled long enough, their IQ can actually drop, not metaphorically, literally. When someone is constantly criticized, when every mistake is thrown in their face, when they hear "you're stupid, you're useless, what's wrong with you" over and over again, their brain stops working the way it used to. They start living in survival mode. Their mind goes blank. Their judgment becomes cloudy. Even small problems feel overwhelming. Their whole nervous system reacts as if danger is everywhere. Have you ever felt your heart race, your hands shake, your chest tighten just because someone raised their voice? That's not you being weak. That's your brain being exhausted from years of emotional pressure. Long-term verbal attack literally changes your brain. And here's the scary part. Most people don't even realize it's happening. Because sometimes the damage doesn't come from strangers. It comes from people close to you. People who should have protected you, but instead slowly broke you. And the damage often shows up in 3 clear patterns. 1. Humiliation and verbal attacks. If someone constantly tears you down, "You're dumb. You're always wrong. You can't do anything right." That's not tough love. That's verbal violence. And violence doesn't always leave bruises. Sometimes it leaves confusion, insecurity, and a quiet version of you that the old you would never recognize. 2. Sarcasm disguised as jokes. You know the type. The one who jokes about your failures, your insecurities, your biggest wounds. And when you react, they say, "Relax, I'm just kidding." But you know it's not a joke. It's a hit, hidden behind a smile. Sarcasm that targets your pain is not humor. It's manipulation. 3. Being ignored and emotionally dismissed. Not all damage comes from shouting. Sometimes it comes from someone who ignores your needs, brushes off your feelings, tells you you're too sensitive, says you're overreacting. If someone constantly makes you doubt your own emotions, they're not calming you down. They're shutting you down. And slowly, without noticing, you start shrinking. Now here's the part most people never hear. If you feel slower, weaker, more anxious, or less confident, it is not your fault. You're not broken. You're not born insecure. You're not just like that. Your environment reshaped your brain, but that also means something powerful. Your environment can reshape you again, in the opposite direction. Healing starts with one simple step: distance. Even a little. Less exposure, less interaction, less space for people who tear you down. You don't need to cut everyone off overnight. You only need to start protecting your mind, quietly, slowly, consistently. Because your feelings are real, your needs are valid, and your mental health matters more than someone else's anger. Remember this: being shouted at for years can make your mind slower, your heart weaker, and your soul tired. But choosing the right people can bring your strength back just as fast. Take this as a reminder. For yourself, and for every parent, partner, and friend, words can destroy a mind. But they can also save one.